everyone, less than 24 hours until Fortnite Season 9 launches, and right here we've got information on the final teaser. We've got details on map changes, hints as to the future of Tilted Tower, Season 9 skins, and even my very own Fortnite skin, all in this video. If you are watching and Season 9 is live already, the Battle Pass, my first Victory Royale, and loads of all of the changes covered in Season 9 will be right here on the channel already, so feel free to check it out. However, for now we're going to be jumping into the third teaser and all the information we can gather before the season starts. Now, briefly, before we take a look at this teaser, because there's actually a lot of information hidden away in this, as soon as the store updated last night, we got these two skins, and as soon as they came out, my tweets were flooded with you guys letting me know that actually the male skin looks a little bit like me, and the female skin looks a little bit like my girlfriend Claire. Now, I used to wear a backwards baseball cap a little bit like this all the time. The facial, like, beard and everything, and even the eyes, I think we've even got blue eyes, is weirdly similar. Unfortunately, it's not actually my own skin. It was actually designed by a game artist as a concept, both the skins, and literally identically transferred into the game and made as these skins you can now see in the store. But I think I could rock this as my own official Allier skin. What do you guys reckon? Let me know down below. As always though, picking up this skin or any other skins and using code Allier, all of you guys that are doing so are in with a chance tomorrow to win yourself a free Season 9 Battle Pass. Just make sure you subscribe to see all the latest Fortnite information as soon as it goes live here on the channel, and make sure you're using code Allier, as simple as that. Talking of skins, one skin that was released in the last update hidden away within the in-game files is the Gemini Robot Bunny skin, which weirdly enough is still not out, which means there's only a few things that are going to happen. Either A, it will go live tonight just before the start of Season 9. B, it will go live as soon as Season 9 starts in the store. Or C, probably the least likely, but still a possibility, it's actually a skin that will be in the Season 9 Battle Pass. It's an interesting one. Either way, keep an eye out and I'll let you guys know what happens with it, because it is definitely a Season 9 themed skin and it's just ready to go live. Now, on to the third and final teaser. We started off with N. We then got E. What's the third letter going to be? It is actually O. Neo. I said in yesterday's video it was either going to be New or Neo, and Neo it is. Not quite as obvious as some people thought it was going to be. And actually, Neo does have its own meaning, which almost identically means new. Google literally says Neo is a combining form, meaning new or revived form, which is clearly all to do with Fortnite Season 9, as we are getting this future, this revive, this new rebirth of parts of the world of Fortnite and the new characters that are going to be in Fortnite, with all three teasers directly referencing the future, and this third one giving us even more information than the others. Firstly, the caption, the future is tilted. Oh my gosh, I literally nailed it yesterday talking about Tilted Towers and how we got ourselves that early look as to what a futuristic version of Tilted Towers could look like, and they've straight up mentioned it in this third and final teaser, which means no doubt the new version of Tilted Towers will be coming throughout Season 9. I doubt it will be there straight away, fully built at the beginning of season. It will most likely be a rebuilding process. And again, Donald Mustard from Epic Games replied to the third tweet saying, "From the ashes, rise," which no doubt means that this new Tilted Towers will be rising from the ashes left behind from the massive blast, obviously, of the volcano that first of all flattened Tilted. Now, as I always say, if you guys have got information, feel free to send it my way, because sometimes you guys spot things really, really well that no one else does. I want to give a shout out to Kashif on Twitter. She actually tweeted saying that in Sim City, there is certain buildings and places that are actually called Neo, and these building and places in Sim City is cutting edge and futuristic buildings, which I absolutely love. This little bits of information. It's not even from Fortnite, but it directly ties into the kind of idea, the kind of buildings, and the kind of future development that we can be seeing not only in Tilted, but potentially in the rest of the Fortnite map as well throughout Season 9. I like that. Now, the biggest thing, aside from the fact that we literally have another really clean look at a third Season 9 skin in this teaser, is the fact that on his arm there is a map. Now, loads of people were thinking that the final letter would be W, it would spell out new, and we get a new map. Now, trust me guys, we are nowhere near getting a new Fortnite map. I'm pretty sure that'll happen as a last resort. If Fortnite's just really dying and no one's playing it, they'll pump out a new map. But for the moment, we're going to be sticking with this one and just getting refinements and changes to it. Now, I did a little bit of Photoshop magic, which I will share with you guys. I essentially took his arm, remembering he's looking at it like this, so I flipped it. I then mapped on the current image of the Fortnite map and made it fit exactly to see if anything had changed, and also just to see if it was a brand new map. It's definitely not a brand new map because the actual map we've got at the moment almost exactly fits it. However, there were a few bits missing, and this ties into more information and also the live event from the volcano as well. Now, in the bottom left, we know at the moment those little bits of icebergs that are floating off the edge of the map. However, for whatever reason, it wasn't actually coming up on this guy's arms, a part of the map, which is really interesting because it actually ties in with more information that we've got to the changes specifically to Polar Peaks. Now, as we know, moving into Season 9, Polar Peaks will be coming up to its second seasonal birthday, having been introduced at the beginning of Season 7, and I honestly thought it would have melted or disappeared or changed a lot more throughout Season 8, but it seems like those changes are going to be happening more so in Season 9. With the big pieces of magma and molten rock hitting it from the volcano live event, cracks have started to form. But thanks to HypeX on Twitter, who has in-game files and changes for how the Polar Peaks actually look in the future, those cracks will only grow, expand, get bigger and bigger, ultimately leading to either the melting, the complete melting and just the flattening of Polar Peaks, or the breaking and maybe even just seeing it sort of crack and completely disappear into the ground, meaning that that part of the map will be flattened out and will obviously be changing over the coming season. This ties in really interestingly with the map on this teaser's arm, because those edge iceberg pieces in the snowy area of the map don't seem to be scanning and don't seem to be appearing on his image arm, which means the snowy area of the map is definitely going to get a big overhaul, and the likelihood of it melting and changing a lot during Season 9 is highly likely, and makes sense because part of the map which is obviously as the weather gets hotter and hotter, obviously with the volcano being there making it hotter and hotter, it will start to shrink, it will start to melt, and who knows, maybe we'll eventually see the thawing out and the reappearance of Greasy Grove potentially coming out of the frozen lake. That'd be awesome. Let's see what happens. Now, going back to Polar Peaks, a very old tweet from our good friend, again, Donald Mustard, from last year, believe it or not. Remember, he is the head creative lead of Fortnite. He's planning out these seasons but very far in advance. So he's knowing what's coming way ahead of us. He actually did a tweet in December last year. I believe he was on holiday during that period where a lot of people at Epic Games had a week off. He actually filmed cliff jumping, people jumping off a massive cliff into water, and then followed it up with a tweet saying that he had a really good idea that he could actually bring into Fortnite, potentially coming in Season 9. Now, that tweet was ages ago, but we are now coming into Season 9, which leads a lot of people to think that that cliff could potentially be a version of Polar Peaks, and the water could in fact be the area which is currently frozen and contains Greasy Grove. If you were able to jump off of Polar Peaks whilst it still remains and land in the water below, that would actually not only save your fall, but allow you to actually get from really high places to low places, potentially seeing more introductions of actually deep water and the ability to actually jump off and survive without having redeploy, without having any other items to allow you to land from such a high height. It's really interesting, and whether or not this will come this season, we'll have to see. But keep an eye on it. Remember this tweet, remember what Donald Mustard says, and let's see how they implement that kind of cliff jumping water element into the Fortnite world as the map develops. Also, a lot of people picked up on the fact that there's a scanner going around the map, a bit like a sort of UAV radar on the guy's arm. A lot of people were saying it looked similar to an item that was in the game ages and ages ago, maybe even a year ago or so now. It was accidentally put into the game as a backpack, as a certain type of item that Fortnite were testing ages and ages ago. Backpacks were essentially an item you could put on, wear on your back. It would give you an ability or certain changes in-game through the backpack item. It would take up one of your slots in your inventory, and the only one that has ever gone live so far was a version that essentially allowed you to know where the next storm ring was going to be before it even started to come in. Now, that item was completely unfinished. The item actually looked exactly like the Rose Team leader's back bling in the end. Essentially, nothing more has been seen of it since, but the way that that item worked, it just showed you the next ring. It didn't scan the map or anything, so it definitely isn't exactly the same as what we're seeing in this teaser. Potentially the scanning feature could be something, could be an item, or could be something else that we end up seeing as some sort of change in Season 9 or a new update. So bear that in mind as we go throughout Season 9 as well. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe these words are going to spell out neon or adding on another letter. Guys, no, we've had 3 teasers. This is the last one. In less than 24 hours, Season 9 would literally be live and we will be playing it. Obviously, as I always do, as soon as the season comes out, I'll be covering the whole of the Battle Pass, buying all the Battle Pass, gifting you guys Battle Passes as well. And then I'll also be going on to get my first Victory Royale, share you guys all the latest secrets and anything else that's changed within the world, which no doubt will be a lot from what we've been teased so far. I can't wait to see all the skins, can't wait to see the new map, can't wait to see everything. It will be crazy, so make sure you're subscribed here on the channel nice and early tomorrow so you can see everything as soon as it comes out. If you guys are excited, make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up. For the rest of the day, I'm just going to be playing Fortnite training, getting ready to get my first Season 9 victory as quick as possible, which I cannot wait to do. So this is the last piece of Season 9 pre-information I've got to share with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed all the hype leading up to it. Keep an eye on Tilted, keep an eye on Polar Peaks, keep an eye on everything here on the channel, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow for the start of Season 9. Goodbye, I'll see you then.